All rise. sJustBitter court is now in session. Judge, this is case number JVB1054, McKinney case.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
You may be seated. I see you were brought to court today. I don't necessarily know who is this?
My ex-husband.
Okay, so he
Yes.
brought you to court today, had you served.
Correct.
Have you talked to him?
I have not.
Interesting. Okay. Well, do you have any idea why he brought you here? I mean,
Yeah.
other than him saying he's wanting child support, that's all I know.
That's all I know as well. We actually share a
What occurs when a man brings his former partner to court to demand child support just to avoid interacting with the judge? Yes, you heard correctly. We meet a self-assured mother in Judge Vonda's courtroom today, who says she's doing everything for her daughter's school excursions and shopping, but she's being taken by surprise by a small gesture from her ex. The kicker is this: he's not in the courtroom at all. Was she resentful of her new male buddy? Or was this about child support? This case takes a drastic turn for the worse, turning into a legal dismissal for emotional sabotage and a sobering lesson in how to avoid the judicial system. You're about to witness something petty, powerful, and full of courtroom realism, so pay close attention.
She's 12.
Okay.
And she's back and forth between her father and myself. And he's just decided to bring me to court. Currently, I do everything for Michaela. We just came back from a trip to Mexico.
Okay.
I furnish Michaela's education, take her shopping, basically just doing what a mother's supposed to do at this point.
Right.
So I'm not understanding why he would waste our time and bring me to court just for this, what I'm
Okay.
doing for Michaela.
All right. And so do you all have any relationship at all?
We don't.
Okay. Was there a recent disagreement or something? I mean, something triggered him to want to bring you to court and ask for child support, especially for a child that you all share.
Absolutely. And there was a situation where I had a friend, and he just did not like the fact that I had a friend and Michaela was around my
This is when the exciting part begins. Mom goes above and beyond by supporting her children's education, taking them on overseas travels, and going shopping. Why is she being brought before the court for child support then? It poses a significant emotional and legal query. Is this mostly about control and retaliation or financial support? And shouldn't the father provide support if she is already the primary caregiver? Please share your thoughts in the comments section. Is Dad attempting to avoid his own obligations here?
It's a guy friend.
It is. It
Okay.
is a guy friend, and he's just very vindictive at this point, and this really shows it. He didn't even show up.
Yeah, it's when people don't show up to court, it's weird for me because I have to stare at an empty chair, But what I am going
The moment that turns the case upside down is here, bam. Dad was angry over a man, not about money. Everything changes because of that detail. Taking someone to court from jealousy is a personal grudge. This is not a legal matter. It's abusive, not just petty. This type of activity wastes time, money, and actual legal resources, and the court is not there to settle emotional grievances. Have you ever witnessed someone use child support as a weapon? That's precisely what's taking place here.
You will not be placed on child support today.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome. Do you understand what that means,
I would
by
like-
me dismissing?
I do understand that. However, I would like to know what are my next steps that I possibly could have.
Well, at this point, none. You're not being placed on child support. His
Okay.
case is being dismissed. If in the future, now he can refile and try to bring you back to court, and he can get.
And then he doesn't appear. Can you all picture filing a lawsuit and then insulting the judge? We refer to this as self-sabotage 101. In legal terms, it's a straightforward rule. Your case is dismissed if you are the plaintiff and fail to appear. Beyond the technicality, though, it demonstrates to the judge and all others that this was a failed power play and that Judge Vonda was not amenable to it, and
He shows up, but other than that, nothing else is going to happen with your case. He has to go through the entire process again.
Okay, thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome. Do you have any other questions?
No questions at this time, Your Honor.
Okay. Well, if there's nothing further, you're dismissed.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
The case was dropped. Never has that phrase sounded so good. No court orders or child support, just the sound of a chair being vacant where Dad should have been. However, this is a warning. Even though this case is dismissed, he has the option to file again. Therefore, if you are ever issued papers like this, they always appear for everyone to see. Legal dismissal does not necessarily indicate the end. Therefore, always defend yourself. For now, it's a victory. Here is the last breakdown then. Dad couldn't even bother to show up, so a mother who was doing everything right was hauled into court for what appeared to be sheer malice and left unpunished. Without both parties, the court cannot legally make a decision. This story emotionally reveals how family court is occasionally employed as a tool rather than a remedy. Please click the like button if you thought this instance was as surprising as we did. For more astounding courtroom analyses every week, leave a comment below and subscribe. We present the truth with receipts.
It's me. I just want to go over what you all witnessed in the McKinney case. Well, Mom was brought to court by her ex-husband who did not show up for court. If you are going to file a lawsuit, you have to show up. If you don't show up and the person who you were trying to place on child support shows up, the court cannot move forward with whatever relief that you were requesting. And the case was dismissed, and it's that simple.